Welcome to Gaming Daddies, the podcast where fatherhood meets the digital grind. I'm Tedder, one of your three gaming daddies, and each week the three of us sit down and talk about games we're playing, how we balance gaming and family life, and the big conversations happening in the gaming world. Today on Gaming Daddies, we're starting from zero and building our full OBS streaming setup for live gameplay. We're setting up scenes, cameras, audio, gameplay capture, and even troubleshooting some common streaming problems so you can follow along and build your own stream setup too. So join us as we roll the chaos in this week's episode of Gaming Daddies.
Welcome back. We're back at it again. How things been going?
Man, let me tell you, it's been something.
Been something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, it's summer vacation.
Yep, finally. I'm so glad that you had an extra 4 days of summer vacation.
Well, the amount of crap we had to do and stuff we had going on, it didn't really feel like the summer vacation yet. So just to be, a squirrel about stuff right now. So prior to streaming, I was kind of snacking on some chips and buy the boxes of like the small chips or whatever, and so I cracked open a bag of cracked open a cold bag of Cool Ranch Doritos because it says "cool" on the bag. That's why I said cold bag. But anyway, I think I hit like the mother load of Cool Ranch Doritos because like the first couple that I chomped into are like completely layered in the seasoning, and like most of these chips have been like that. Like you just see that gold mine. You kind of
so what you're telling me is that the makeout session
is going to
go
be
well,
top tier. And I think there's like a brick of seasoning in here too that's yet to be devoured.
Oh, are you going to eat the brick?
Yeah. So actually, this would be my second flavor brick. I was eating some Cool Ranch Doritos, I don't know, a couple months ago at lunch at school, and I had pulled out the shape of a chip. But the chip itself was a thick, like probably about a good thick size like that, of just pure flavor powder. And I sat there and debated on whether or not I was going to eat it. And I thought about throwing it away because I was like, that's too much. And then I said no. So I embraced it and I popped it in my mouth. And it's like, as soon as like powdered chip hit my tongue, it's like I could see color. Well, you can always see colors. I was trying to be witty. See sound. Shut up. You know what I'm getting at. I felt my cholesterol spike like 800 points. So it was awesome.
That tracks.
Anyway, so yeah, dude, it's been awesome. My little squirrel moment there. But yeah, so how's the parenting life going?
Well, as you saw a while ago, it's pure chaos in this moment. Everything about the parenting world is just survival.
Yeah. We've probably not as intense down here, but we're kind of going through it too. I think he might be cutting his first molar. He has had wicked, and I mean wicked, diaper rash the past few nights. Like it's bad. Like, and he's just been. He likes to be independent, so when we get ready to give him his bottle, he'll want to hold the bottle and do it himself. And so he'll do it, but he'll take like 2 drinks and then pop it out of his mouth and then look at it, and then he'll put it back in his mouth. He'll take 2 more drinks and then pop it out of his mouth. So it's taking him like 8 hours to finish a bottle. And so it's gotten to the point where when I feed him, like especially when we're trying to put him down, like I have to cradle him a certain way, and like I have to put his right arm underneath my side, and with my left hand I have to grab his left hand and kind of pin it to his side a little bit, and then bottle feed him. That way he can't, pop it out of his mouth. Because if I let his left hand just be free, he likes to like reach up and like touch my face, like in Team America.
Yeah,
he like does that number, and then like he tries to pick my nose and like grabs my beard if it's long enough, or he'll grab my lip and like start pulling and like poke my eyes and stuff. So he's like doing everything he can to stay awake. So I have to bottle feed him. But now he's gotten to the point where when I'm doing that, he'll drink for a little bit and then he'll kind of like shove his head to the side to where it pops out of his mouth. So there's that. And then just his diaper rash has been pretty gnarly the past few days or a few nights or so. And so we'll put him down, and he'll wake up a couple hours later, and then put him back down and all that. And it's been kind of wild. His sleep has been inconsistent. Like right now, he's up and just sitting in the chair because he's not ready to go to sleep yet. But we're on the taking long afternoon naps adventure. Like we'll put him down for a few hours in like early afternoon. And he runs around and all that stuff, and then we try to put him down for bed, and we usually fight that for a little bit. So that's fun. Yeah. What about gaming? Have you been doing any gaming lately?
Yeah, pretty much every time Ronan does go to sleep or Ellen lays down with him, I'll go jump on Diablo. I've kind of had a Diablo addiction for a while, so.
Nice. So I'm assuming that's all going good and well for you.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's going a little too well. So, I mean, they did this thing where they gave you like extra. So I've noticed that I don't get great materials from my drops from like doing war plans or for doing whispers or whatever. And I know you're supposed to open those or whatever. So what I've been doing is I've been taking them, and they all have experience globes in them. So I put the entire chest in my stash, and then I've been opening up a new character and then just opening up those chests, and in 30 seconds I'm level 70.
Wow, really? So that the rewards don't scale according to your character or character's level.
Yeah, well, if you get a level 70 character that gets a reward chest, it stays level 70.
That's the new power level.
Yeah, so it's been awesome.
Nice.
Of course, I started my warlock, and I didn't love playing the warlock, so I started a barbarian, and I had a lot of fun, but piecing out his equipment was a pain in the butt. So I was like, I'll just see kind of this sorcerer, and it's a lot easier to get the equipment for it. But now I'm trying to min-max the gear and get the top gear. And like I said to you last night, man, I finally got my Shaco. I got my hat, and it was like doubles your damage. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to rock and roll now. And then I get in town, and I'm like, let me go check the stats on this. And just because it's been a habit. And instead of me wasting time going through and marking stuff as junk and then clearing all the junk, I just go down to clear all items. And which works as long as you favorite an item before you do that. So I got a mythic Shaco and I got a mythic sword, and trashed both of them.
You hate to see it, honestly. Oof,
yep.
That hurts me. And that's not even me. That hurts.
Yep.
Well, hopefully you can get that. You can refine that equipment or craft it or something.
Yeah, you can't really craft it very well. So I do have some tricks, but it's just going to take runs. So
sure.
But I did finally go in and do all the stuff to my character. The only thing I haven't done is slammed my gear, because if I slam my gear, then it makes it unmodifiable, and I don't have the best gems on it yet. So I don't know that I don't know that there's the balance of, do I go ahead and slam it with what I've got and brick it, or do I wait for better gems? Which, who knows if I'm ever going to get a better gem, or if I'm going to even jump off the Diablo train. So I might as well just slam it and go ahead and get extra bonus perks.
Yeah, that's always rough, because it's like, as soon as I slam it, then it's, undoubtedly the next thing I find is the better thing I was looking for. So that always sucks. So I'm always real hesitant to do stuff like that. Pretty well lock the gear down, prevent it from, leveling any further. But yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. But there you go. Hear your child.
Dude, it is nonstop. Don't ever say no, or he just permanently screams. I mean, every little minor inconvenience.
Yeah.
And it's like perfectly happy child, and you say, no, don't take that sharp thing and put it in your hands, and immediately it's a meltdown. It's every time.
We're not there yet, but bath time's fun. When we finish up bath time, he loves, he has one of his favorite toys is a little rubber ducky he plays with in the bathtub. Yeah. Whenever it's time to pull him out of the bath, we got to take the toy, because we got to get him dried off and all that. He loses his mind if he doesn't have that rubber ducky in his hand. It's awful.
Yep.
But yeah, so I finished the game yesterday, actually.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I started Metroid Samus Returns on the 3DS a few months back. One of our listeners let me borrow it. Aaron Schaefer, who works in town here. And so I had been on playing through the Metroid series. I'd played the Metroid Zero Mission on, I forget what I played it on. I think it was probably on NSO or something. And then really enjoyed it, so he let me borrow Samus Returns. I started it a few months back, and then, of course, life got busy, so I had to put it down. So once summer vacation started, I picked it back up, and it was awkward trying to relearn that game. But once I got back into the swing of things, it was like riding a bike, and then basically I marathoned it for like 2.5 days and finished it. It was really good. It's really, really good. Solid title. Combat's great, story's great, all that stuff. So that one's finally in the clear bin, and I could mark that off my list. So got back into Octopath a little bit today. That game is just outside of the loads of reading you have to do, it's too open-ended for me. Like I don't really have a set path on what to do, so I'm like, you just kind of have to go and pick what you're going to do next. So not to mention figuring out how to do the side quests is ridiculous, so I got to look more into that. But doing that, and then that's really all I have going on. I think I'm going to go ahead and start clearing out Vessel of Hatred and Lord of Hatred campaigns, and go ahead and mark that off my to-do list so I can enjoy the post-game content and all that. And then hit up, by happenstance, which, by the way, if you're not into Epic Games out there in the community, go and download it on your PCs because it's worth it. Completely free. One of the new games, I guess they're doing some big promotion summer thing or whatever, because they're having 2 free games, I guess once a week or whatever. And one of the free games was the Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remastered collection, so I went ahead and got that. And then they're having this ridiculous sale, and one of the games I happened to see on that sale is Returnal, which is a Housemarque game that looks really, really awesome, and it was on sale for like $20, and it's usually $60. And that's one of the games I'm wanting to get anyway, so I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm getting it. It's $20, you can't beat $20. So I just jumped on that. So you might go check out the Epic Games sale and see if there's anything that might tickle your fancy, and pad out your backlog some more, because that's not stressful. But anyway, so that's my gaming life the past few days. I think things are calming down with the holiday weekend, and just taking some things. Might go hit some golf balls with a buddy of mine tomorrow or Wednesday maybe. The driving range. So that'll be the first time adventure for me. That'll be nice. Be fun.
Yeah, they've got a Top Golf summer thing. It's like $200, and you can go 2 hours every day if you want, all summer long until 5 p.m.
That's awesome.
And so
I do love me some Top Golf.
If I had more people to play with or could go more frequently, it'd be worth it. Or if Ronan was older, then I would definitely go get it, and we would go golf every day, or just go hit some clubs. Even if we're only there for 15 minutes, I mean, we've already paid for it. So
sure.
But anyway,
did you see that the Buc-ee's is going to be open on August the 17th?
Yeah, let me tell you, when I'm going to eventually go to Buc-ee's is probably October, when people stop losing their mind over the fact that Buc-ee's is brand new. So once the newness wears off, man, game on. But you won't be able to. I will do everything I can to avoid going. I mean, Buc-ee's is only going to be 20 minutes from my house, and I will avoid going there for 6 weeks. I will avoid the interstate for 6 weeks so that I don't have to go near that traffic.
That's going to be awesome. So something. All right. How about we get into it, huh?
Yeah, let me go ahead and share my screen here. I'm just going to put OBS up on here. So basically what we've done is we are going to do a Gaming Daddies live play, and it's going to have the 3 hosts. Either we'll participate in viewing the game and making commentary while we're playing, or all 3 of us will be playing at the same time. Of course, whoever the host channel will be is going to be the one that's going to be playing the game most of the time. But we'll be able to share the ability to do this as much as possible. So this will all be streamed on YouTube Live. We will not worry about Twitch. If you would like to go check out our Twitch channels, my Twitch is Rogue Dragon Ace. I haven't been on in 3 years, but I do plan on jumping back in once I get kind of going. And then I know Chris is Random Hero 19.
It's
Or Koopa Bro.
Bro
Koopa Bro.
1919.
Koopa Bro 19.
Koopa Bro 1919. And I stream on there infrequently, but now that summer's in session, I try to get on there a little bit.
So if you're wanting to follow us on Twitch, please do so. Otherwise, come check us out on YouTube Live, or check out the previous videos that we do. Like this week, we're going to do a campaign of Diablo 4 with Jay, and hopefully he likes that because he has never played through the campaign and he is stressed about it. I was talking to him this week and he was like, now the key bindings, he's like, I used to play Diablo on PC. How much different is it going to be playing on console? Is it still, is it easy to use? Yeah, it's pretty intuitive. Yeah. So anyway, all right. Let me go ahead and share my OBS here. All right. So as you can see, we have our completely blank OBS. This is brand new. The only thing I've added to it is we have 5 mainstream channels that we're wanting to do, or mainstream setups. We're going to have our stream starting soon, which obviously if you see this one going, then there will be a countdown and it will tell you how long we have until we start. And then we have the host only, where that's going to be like our cameras, just like we do on our podcast. And then we'll have a gameplay channel where we just have our gameplay up. And then we have Close Your Marks, which will be the host. And then our farewell, socials, stuff like that is going to be our thanks for joining. So the first thing I want to do, let's go ahead and set up our file. If you have not set this up before, it's pretty straightforward. You don't really need to mess with the general. The appearance is fine unless you have some specific standards that you like. If you've never done stream before, then you need to go in here and you need to set up your YouTube account or your Twitch account. Whatever you stream, you need to put on there where it goes to, so it automatically streams to that site. Mm-hmm. For this purposes, we've already done our Gaming Daddies channel, so it's connected to where if I push go, if I put start streaming down here, it'll go straight to YouTube and it will start streaming from there. Then we're going to go to our output. Pretty well everything on here is straightforward. There's nothing major that we need to change. The video encoder, though, what we do want to make sure that we're doing is this H264. That's going to give us the best quality for what we have. If we have an NVIDIA something, then there's typically an NVIDIA one that's a little bit better than this. But this one, as long as it has the H264, that's going to be one of your best ones. And then the audio encoder, AAC, is going to be your best bet. But again, those are pretty standard. You shouldn't really have to deal with that much. If you want to do more audio tracks, stuff like that, you can do that from down here. Moving on to audio, I'm going to keep this pretty well straightforward. 48 kilohertz is pretty standard. If you want latency, if you want all that stuff, push to talk, you can do all that. I don't really care about that. All right. This is where it gets more challenging.
If you don't mind. Are you seeing your menus on your screen?
Can you not?
Can't see it at all. It's like you're pointing to different parts of the black screen.
Okay, well that sucks.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. Sometimes because I've run across this with OBS as well. Like I was streaming yesterday, I guess, or last night actually, and as I was getting ready to shut down, I was looking at the Epic Games Store, looking at their stuff or whatever, and I was trying to share that screen, but it wouldn't pop up. It would just be a black screen. Like it wouldn't show the content on there, which is weird. I don't know why that is, but there it is.
Well, probably privacy because your account information's on there.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, so there you
go. Although I don't really know what account information I have on here that is, pertinent. Even if I go to my stream settings, it just says YouTube and Gaming Daddies disconnect account. I can see if I'm trying to log in and I have my, password or whatever on there. But anyway, all right, well, let's skip over. I'm just going to talk through this then for a second. When you go down to the video settings, you have your base resolution and you have your output resolution. This is only going to matter if you have a monitor that is not as good quality, or if it's a better quality than your output. Typically, we want it to be on the second number is how many pixels are basically represented. So if it's 1920 by 1080, that's going to be a 1080p monitor or a viewing channel. Okay. Since my monitor that I game on is a 1440, I do have to go from a base, meaning the input, to I have to downscale it to a 1080. So that is something that you have to make sure that you're doing, that you make sure that you check. Otherwise, if it's the same, it'll be fine. Now the output, most people watch YouTube on their phones or some other tablet or device. So typically anything less than 1080 is going to be okay. If you want to put it at 720, if you want to put it at, Whatever you want to put it at, it's a lower resolution. That's okay. Most people are smaller screens when they're watching YouTube anyway. So, but if you're doing something else and somebody's going to put it on the big screen, then 1080 is kind of where you want to stay. Otherwise, it gets really fidgety. Anyway, all right. Well, let's click on through. So let's do our stream starting soon. I'm going to go ahead and add in my source here. So we've already created our 5 scenes. If you've never created, oh my gosh, this is in my way. If you've never created scenes before, at the bottom left here, there's a little plus sign. You click on the plus and you can rename a scene, call it whatever you want. I called it exactly what I did because I want this to be very straightforward and easy. Click OK and it adds the stream to you, the whatever scene name that you want to do. So as you can see, I've got 5 stream names here. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to look at the sources for each of these streams. Oh, crud. Okay, there we go. So let's do this. So I'm going to go to source and I want to do a background. So I'm going to add an image and I'm going to call this image starting soon. Okay. Now I have mine in my downloads folder. So let me go open up my folder. Let me go pull it out. I mean, obviously you can't see my downloads folder, which is fine. You'll be able to see it once I put it in there. All right, so we go to my downloads. You can't see this portion, but small icons, medium icons, because I can't see crap. Okay, cool. All right, so now you can see that we have our stream starting soon. Now, on mine, I did go ahead and put a timer, but unfortunately, that timer does not do anything. So if I want to add a new timer, what I have to do is I have to go in and change the script. So do we want to start a timer now? Do we want to go mess with the timer now or do the other scenes first, Chris?
I mean, since we're already here, let's see if we can figure out how to do the timer on the countdown.
Well, luckily the internet has told me exactly what to do, so let's go for it. So what I want to do, if I'm going to do a timer that I want OBS to actually handle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to sources again. And I'm going to come down here to where it says text GD. Oh, you can't see. Oh my gosh. I hate that you can't see what I can see. That's very frustrating.
I'm trying to troubleshoot it as you're going, just to not disrupt the flow.
Okay, so we're going to add a text. And this text is, we're going to call it countdown timer. Now you can select whatever font that you want and you can select the size. So I'm just going to kind of give a base size. I don't really have a favorite font. I do want something more playful. I don't want it super boring. Wish it was like a video game font. That'd be cool. Okay, cool. Tahoma. Sounds good to me. Okay, and then on that, we are going to do customize your font, size, color. Oh, yeah, I do need to change the color. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a gradient. And I'm going to try to keep the same theme of color. So I'm going to try to start with a kind of like a pink on the left side. Very light pink. Okay.
So are you doing window capture or display capture?
I'm doing window.
Try display capture instead of window capture.
Okay, so take this off. Screen. Okay, I can't.
Do you not have that option?
Well, so I can do a Chrome tab, I can do window, or I can do an entire screen.
What did you do?
I did window.
Try entire screen.
Ugh, if I do entire screen though, let me see if I can put, because I've got OBS also running at the same time, so it's going to show. Okay, well let's try it. Let me put OBS on the other side. If I just run OBS up here, maybe that's the way to do this. Okay, so share screen. Entire screen.
Hey, I can see it now.
Hey, cool. Crisis averted.
Chat.
All right. So I do wish it would tell me, how do I change the second color? Or maybe I'm supposed to choose this color over here.
Maybe.
And then gradient.
Ooh, gradient's the fancy.
To the blue?
Yeah.
Maybe. I think it's supposed to show me what. Okay. Oh, yep. Okay. That's definitely the way to do it. Okay. But I want the gradient direction. Ooh, the other way. Yeah, boy.
Hey, we're cooking.
Okay, cool. Background color black. That's perfect. Okay. Cool. Okay, now that I've done my countdown timer, We can see the timer up here, so we can pull it down here. Now, what I will have to do is I need to go through and change this to where that part is gone. Okay. All right. Now, since I have this, I guess I need to go change the font size.
That's huge.
Yeah, but it's for the pixels.
Save the pixels.
All right. Yeah, I can go in and change that background later. Let's get this timer going real quick, and then we'll go edit the picture later. All right, so now I need to go to Tools, Scripts, Loaded Scripts. I need to add in my countdown Lua. And you can still see all this, right? I can't see my OBS.
See all that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Click Open. And then I want duration 5 minutes. Text source, I want the countdown timer from my thing. And as you can see over here to the side, it's already started doing it. So that is up and running. Uh-oh, where'd it go? Hey, come back. Okay, scripts. Okay, cool. Final text starting soon. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then what I want, click close. Now, the only thing is I don't like that it has this hour because I only need it to be 5 minutes. So I'm going to go to Notepad, allow. And I'm going to go right here where it says local text string format. This is some coding stuff if you've never dealt with coding.
Ooh.
I'm going to take away the hours place. And I'm going to take away the hours text. And then I do need to save that. Save. Do I want to replace it? Yes. Okay. Boy, they didn't like that, did they? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save. And let me put it in countdown no hour. Let's see if this will do it. Yes. Okay, so if I save it here to my documents, then I can close this. Let's see.
Would you then need to redo that countdown timer script or reload the new countdown timer that you just edited?
Well, I need to put that inside of that folder. So I need to figure out how I can do that. Documents. Let's see. Can you see the documents?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have my countdown timer here. And there's my script. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put it into the scripts folder. And since I do have administrative access outside of it, okay, cool. So now I should be able to go in here and change this to, well, poop.
Oh, it's not saved as a Lua file.
Yeah, so I need to change this danced. Okay, so how do maybe I need to go back to, let me go back to edit script. Do this. I'm going to file, save as. Why won't you let me rename that? Okay. So I need to find a way to, I can't remember how I do. I know it's properties somehow, but it's not letting me see the change. There we go. I don't want that. Okay. Well, then let me try saving it again.
Can you not just add .lua at the end of that when you have the opportunity to rename
it still wants me to save it as a text file. So let me see. Where do you go? So if I click file save, I do see it's not giving me the option to be able to change the source. I should have a capability of changing it. And I need to go to view. I need to do show file name extensions. There we go.
Figure it out.
Yep. Okay. And I want to edit file, save. Oops, file, save as. Okay, I want to get rid of this. I didn't see where that saved to. What a doofus. Jarrett folder. Well, where's my Jarrett folder? There it is.
There you go.
Okay, so I can close that. Okay, but now I need to open up my folder again. My God, everything is disappearing. Okay, open up. I need to open up my Jarrett folder. There it is. I'm going to put it into scripts, continue. Yay, there it is. Okay, cool.
Coding for the win.
So if I go to add countdown no hours, let's remove this. Text source, countdown timer. Let's see if it worked. Hey! We did it. All right, chat. So as you can see, we now have our clock. It's working. And then when it gets down to 0, I don't know if you saw it a while ago, but it does say starting soon. So I'll go in and I'll edit this back out later. Because I need to get rid of that background that has the stream starting. Okay, cool. I'm going to try to center this. If I can. Wish there was a way to just push center. Why are you being difficult? Okay, cool. Okay. Well, chat, that's one. Now, I am going to add an audio source because I would like to have music playing. So let's go ahead and do add media, and we will find music. We're just going to click open. Nope, you're not going to do it? Okay. We will do that later then. We will find media later. All right. Well, I think that's it. Okay, cool. And then we need to add an audio mixer. Oh, okay, here it is. Okay, cool. And then our media, what we're going to do is we're going to lower our media just a little bit because we don't want it to be overwhelming. All right. Oh, hey, scene 1 done. How are we feeling, chat?
We're doing good. That's a victory in my book. Let's see. Hold on. I got it.
Yay. All right. It only took 53 minutes to do one scene. All right. Let's do the second scene. So the second one is going to be our welcome camera. This is going to be where it's just the host. So I'm going to go ahead and pull in. I'm going to add image, and this is going to be our host camera. Nope. Host overlay. Okay. Now our image is going to be in the downloads folder. All right. Now, as you can see, we do have spots for 3 guests. It is all good to go. You're so janky. All right, so this has no background behind it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to get creative. Now, we've created it. So we've done our background overlay. The next is to get the 3 cameras. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my camera first. So I need to add, not Black Magic Woman, video capture device. I'm going to call this Tethercam. It never actually showed it. Okay, what's going on here? Let's delete Tethercam. Let's delete this display capture. No. It's like it doesn't want to use my USB video device. I wonder if it's because I'm over here being shown on Riverside. Is my camera even working on Riverside?
Yeah, it might be because you already have it open on Riverside, actually.
Yeah, so if I turn my camera off, can I use it? Nope.
That might be something you have to do outside of Riverside.
Okay, well, we know that this is what I'm going to have working, so we can test that later. Let me go ahead and add. Now I'm going to add this isn't going to work very well. Oh, poop crap. Okay, we'll have to test this later, chat. So for now, we're going to go ahead and set it up like it's working, and then we will figure out how to test it at another time. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Chris Cam.
Y'all.
Now, this is where it gets complicated. Okay, Chris. So at the top of our document for today, there is a link that says guest link.
Yeah.
Click that.
Clicking that. Video Ninja. I watched a video about this. Okay, I'm on Video Ninja.
Yes, so you're going to take that and you are going to go ahead and put your camera in it, and you're going to join the room.
Am I joining the room with my camera or my oh, obviously. Yes.
Yeah.
Duh. Okay. So my video source is going to be the one I'm using. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Okay. Not game capture. There we are. There we go. Okay. So joining. Okay. I've joined Video Ninja with my camera.
Okay. What I'm going to do, stream ideas already in use in this room. I don't understand. Oh, duh. I know why. Okay, cool. There should be a way for me to host it. Stream ID. Why? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Let's see.
Ah, got it. Okay, cool.
Did you get it?
Yes. Now, there's also, I need to do, so this is, Video Ninja is what we will primarily use to do everything from. So I need to refresh myself on how to do this.
Yeah, I've heard lots of good things about using Video Ninja, especially with OBS. I was actually trying to, a few weeks ago, I was watching videos on that.
Oh, I don't need to use, so Chris Cam will not be a cam. It will be
Browser source.
Yes, browser source. Browser. Chris Cam.
Hey.
URL. If I go to the Chris Cam, can go over here and go to copy solo view link. Okay. And there he is.
Hey, look, that's me, chat.
Yeah, except now you are
Flipped.
It's flipped for you. It's not flipped for me. Okay. So the only thing is, what I want to do is I want to send you to the back. So I need to make sure that you're behind. And then I need to crop. Now, how do I crop this?
So go to, I have the answer to this question. So get out of that menu and just click on my camera box with the red border, okay? I'm sorry, go back, yeah. So go to either edge, hold Alt, and let's see, go to either edge on the red border, click, and hold Alt, and you can crop it that way.
Ha!
And you can do that with anything that you have on the screen.
Bet.
Like even with like your countdown timer. And this goes to the community too. I was thinking about this as he was writing the script. If you don't want to do all that scripting, coding stuff, when the timer pops up on the screen and it has the hours and minutes and the seconds, you can easily delete the hours portion by selecting the timer and going to the left side on the right border, clicking and holding and pressing and holding Alt, and then cropping it down to what you just want it to be. Now he did the encoding stuff because he knows that encoding language and things, but for simpletons like myself.
So if I'm here,
yes,
and so instead of doing right here, so what I would Alt right here, and I would just squeeze it down.
Yes.
Oh.
And you can do that with anything that you put as a source material on any scene in OBS. You just have to make sure that the right thing is highlighted, and you can tell by the red borders that you see on the screen, like it's around the the countdown timer.
There we go.
So you can scale it, you can blow it up or whatever as big as you want it, and then you can crop the borders down.
Perfect.
So now
we learned something.
Professional.
Perfect. Okay, we'll add Jay over to this screen, and then mine when I'm no longer, streaming on OBS. We'll do that over here. So cool. Hey, that works. All right. What else do we need to do? We need to do audio sources. So I'll tell you what, let me go ahead and I'm going to add a global scene for JCam. And I'm just going to keep this, I'm just going to say okay for now. And I'm going to put him
there
over here.
Yeah.
Okay, Alt. I wish I could cut off the corners. Okay, cool. And then obviously I need to pull him down here. Okay, cool. Now, next. So, and this is a permanent thing too. Also, by the way, Chris, when you go to Video Ninja, when you put in, even if you don't remember the link, what you can always do is you can just search the room and search for our room, and you can be able to get in that way.
Okay, cool. So it's something that we know we don't have to like keep redoing this. This is something that is forever.
Yeah. And that link is forever too. So
sweet.
If we want to use that link in the future, I'll put it in our links page so that we always have access to it. And then the OBS link is obviously for me, but I'll go in and do the actual things. So anyway, all right, cool. Well, let's move on to our next point, which is adding audio sources. Audio sources. So I need to add each mic. So audio input capture. And I'm going to do this tether mic. Okay. Default is going to be my microphone hypercast. Okay. Now this is where it's going to get complicated, and I'm probably going to need some help.
Would it not already capture that through Video Ninja as the browser source? Does that make sense? So if we're using my camera as a browser source, it should be capturing my video as well as my audio if it's capturing that as the source. So you should.
Yours will. Yours
Yeah.
will. Mine won't.
Oh, okay, got you.
So when you went into Video Ninja, come on, it's taking forever to load. In fact, if you will, Chris, on Video Ninja, will you mute your mic for now?
Yeah.
That way we don't get an echo.
Mute. There you go.
Yeah. So when we pull you in that way, then it will automatically correct that. So yes, good catch. Good catch.
Cool. Wait,
Okay, I'm surprised that Video Ninja's letting you do your camera twice.
Yeah, I think it was designed that way because of its ability to be integrated into OBS.
Yeah, but mine's not letting me do that. So when I go to OBS or when I go to Video Ninja, so if I go join with camera, it says cannot because it's already in use.
Interesting.
No, here we go. Okay.
Is it letting you do it now?
Yep. So in fact, let me do it this way. And Stream ID is already in use in this room. Okay, that's a problem. It's like it doesn't like me to... Okay, if I go to create a room, director will be for me as well. In the room's control. Oh, because you're the first person in the room, you're technically the director. No, this is me.
It should be the person who created the room.
Okay, we may have to create a new room. And why is it not letting me use my camera? Video? It won't let me use video.
You popped up in Video Ninja.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But how did you mute your mic?
Hover over your screen, and at the bottom there's a panel.
I see. Okay. So if I do it that way, then I can actually go ahead and do my channel or my video on here. So copy. We may just do this Tethercam, which I may not need this, but I'm going to go ahead and do it just for funsies. Okay, Tethercam. Name is already... Oh, Tethercam 2. Paste. It's a me.
Hey, it's a me, a Ted. Wait, got it. I got it. And as we're going through the OBS setup, I know that we're kind of like, you know, showing you we're doing this live and how we would stream together, like for live plays and different things like that. But if you're aspiring podcast starters as well, this is the way to do it. If you want to use OBS, and if you don't want to use something like Riverside, like we use. You can use these same steps to, have your setup for your podcast, and you can have different scenes for different things that you want to do and all that good stuff. So just a little, bone thrown out to the community there as well.
Yeah. Okay. So I think this one's good for now. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and go. Let's go ahead and do our next one. Let's do gameplay and host. I think that's everything we need to do, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to double check. I've got mics, audio targets. Yeah, okay, so gameplay and host. All right, now this is where it gets a little bit more fun. So gameplay and host. And we're getting faster as we're going along. So the rest of these really shouldn't take too long.
But yeah, especially now that you already have like the setup for like your sources and things, especially with the video. You can just copy and paste those
I forgot
sources.
I could do that.
Yeah. So that even goes faster. OBS is a lot of fun. So if those of you in the community have never used OBS and are wanting or thinking about getting into streaming and things like that, I can't recommend it enough. And there's tons and tons and tons and tons of content videos on YouTube that teaches you how to do cool things through OBS, and not only that, but Stream Elements. Even though Stream Elements will be shutting down pretty soon. So there's lots of content creators that can show you nice cool little ins and outs of doing this. But it's really fun, and especially once you get like the first scene or two down, once you start getting it, it's super easy to kind of go forward with it.
Yeah. So for instance, like what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and tell me if I'm wrong, Chris. So I'm going to take Chris Cam here, and I'm going to copy. And then I'm going to go over to gameplay host, and I'm going to paste.
Yep.
And boom, we've already done all the work. So Chris Cam comes over here.
Yep.
Now this is where it's going to get a little bit complicated, because now we're going from... Oh, okay, cool. That works. That's actually way easier.
Yeah.
I wish the other pictures would have done it correctly. Okay, cool.
There you go.
Boom. Okay, cool. And we'll do the same thing. We're going to do Tethercam. We'll do this one for now. I'm sure that this will change once I actually get my stuff up and working. And you could also select multiple. So don't feel like you have to do it this way, but I am going to go ahead and get the mic and put that in there as well.
Yeah.
Just so I have that. All right. So, Tethercam. Yeah, I'm glad you knew how to do this alt thing. That would have driven me nutso.
Yeah, that's how I learned, was by it driving me completely nuts until I eventually found something that taught me that. So very helpful.
All right. Okay. Hey, so far so good. Okay. Now the next thing I need to do is I do need to add a gameplay channel. So we're going to do a display capture. Now, obviously, this is going to be a loop inside of a loop inside of a loop. Because I'm currently not playing a game and because I am currently watching this. So yeah, this will be a little bit weird for a second. But what I'll do is I will pull up OBS and then I will pull it off to the side so we can kind of see. Capture method automatic display. I would like my 1440.
That's awesome.
Okay. Now, just so that you can kind of get a reference point for this, I'm going to pull it off the screen. So now you've lost it, but you can see kind of the point, right? So here's my OBS. If I'm looking off of OBS, I no longer need this. I no longer need this. I no longer need scripts. You can kind of see the point of this, right? I've got my capture on here. While I have this up, I'm going to go ahead and size it down and put it inside my box here. Since I don't really want to change the aspect of this, I'm just going to let the box be wrong. I think it'll be okay.
Yeah.
And I do need to put that. If you'll notice, I'm having to rearrange. The reason I'm rearranging, for the people that don't know, and I'm assuming you don't know, and I probably shouldn't assume that you don't know, but the order matters. So since I have an overlay, I want the overlay to be on the top. That way it cuts off these edges and makes it look like it fits inside the boxes. Otherwise, if I move, let's say that I move the Chris cam up. If I move it above the overlay, see, now it cuts off the little outside of the box. So I do want the order to matter on this one. So there we go.
Yeah. And so even if you're new to OBS, if you'll click on the gameplay capture and your sources, the gameplay overlay. Now if let's see. Not right click, but just have it selected. Go to your gameplay, the one below it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So if you'll see right above where it says sources, you have like this little sub menu where it says gameplay off to the left, and properties, then filters, and then display. As you have your Game Pass screen open, or Epic Games or Steam, and it's active on the screen, or even just open, if you click that display drop down menu, it'll allow you to choose from which one you want to stream, which one you want to broadcast. Now, it won't, when you start a game up in one of those source materials or whatever, it's not automatically going to pull that game up. So you need to make sure that you're able to tab out to OBS once you open the game, and then go to that drop down display menu and then select the game. It'll have it as a window for it to be displayed to. If you're running multiple monitors, I would keep the OBS screen on a monitor that's not being used, so that way you can see it. So that way when you pull up a game, you can go off to your other monitor and click that display and then highlight the game that you want it to capture, and then it'll broadcast there.
So let's get done with the rest of these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up Diablo and I'm going to put it on there so we can test it. And then what I'll do is, instead of capturing the entire window, because I no longer need menus at that point, we'll do a test run at the end.
Yeah.
All right. Closing remarks. What I am going to do is I'm just going to copy this exact one, duplicate the scene, and I'm going to rename it to closing remarks, because when we're making closing remarks, we don't really need anything else. Now, what we could do, oops, I see, wow, okay. So I need to delete this empty channel right now. And what we could also do is we could do a closing remarks or a single host overlay, and then we could do that instead, to where it just brings up one person. But this way we can have at least kind of a somewhat method. Okay, let's go ahead and do our last scene really quickly. We're kind of running out of time here, so I'm going to pull in our source material. I'm going to add, and I'm going to go to image. I should have renamed that, but I can do that later. I'm going to browse, and I want our closing thanks for coming.
Boom.
And we have our socials up there. We'll be sure to edit in all of our socials when we get to that point. I am going to try to cut off a little bit this so that it makes a little bit more sense. Center it.
Pivot.
Okay. All right. And there we go. So we have our starting soon with our countdown.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as it gets done, then we'll go all the way down to 0. And then we have our host only. And then we have our display with the video game. We have our closing remarks. And thanks for joining us. So, yeah, not bad, not bad. Last thing I'm going to do, I am going to go ahead and copy this media. And I'm going to paste it down here. And I don't need the countdown timer, but I will need my mic. So I am going to go ahead and copy and put that there. And same thing here. And boom. So there we go. All right. So as I said, just to test it out before we kind of capture things up, I do need to add. So if we were in this channel, okay, and let's say that we were using a capture card instead of a display capture. So if I'm doing PC gaming, in fact, let me do this. I'm going to do duplicate, and I'm going to rename this to capture card. If I was doing this instead of doing the gameplay screen, the monitor, I would remove this, and instead what I would do is I would do a capture card, like a game capture, and then I could capture any full screen application. I would also need to do, if I do some kind of tool that uses like the PS5 or the Switch, I could also do, if I have a specific one like Black Magic, they have a specific version where you could pull in their capture card instead. So that's also an option.
I actually need to help you take care of something. So back on the gameplay plus hosts on your original.
Okay.
You can keep the display capture that you have, but which the source you're really going to want to have, especially for gameplay capture, is the game capture source.
So instead of doing the display source, I want to do game capture source?
Yes, you want to do game capture. Sorry, I'm looking at my OBS setup as well.
So why do I want to do this instead of doing display capture?
Because it's going to pull up another window on the little sub menu thing above where it says sources. It'll have a mode, and it'll give you options. You can capture any full screen application or a specific window, which that's what you would want. And then on the window portion of that sub menu, then that's where you can where you could choose your game and things like that for game capture. And not only that, but that negates having to have a separate display capture and a separate game capture, because then even if you run a capture card through your computer, you can still capture, or when you're streaming, you don't have to go to a separate one that's dedicated to your capture card. You just do it through that game capture source.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, instead of capturing this, let's go ahead and run Diablo. We're just going to do a quick test. That's odd that it bounced me out. Whoopsie. I forgot what my password is.
Been there.
Was that you?
Yeah.
What a nozzle.
I found this stupid website that has like a million different little sound clip things, like a soundboard.
Okay, so Chris, can you hear my audio?
Let me listen. Is it playing audio on your end right now?
Yes.
And then I can't hear it. I can see it.
Okay.
I just can't hear it.
So clearly we have screwed this up royally. All right.
So let me look at mine.
So I'm going to stop that. I mean, obviously you can see that is running on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to capture the OBS, since you no longer need to see that. I'm going to capture just the OBS so that you can see everything that we're seeing on OBS. So as the person running OBS, you can see this is what I'm seeing. This is my screen. You can see my screen and what's on my screen.
Now, if you were to run that through game capture source, it'll capture the audio as well.
Well, okay, let me just get rid of the game. Okay. So I'm going to remove the source, any full screen application. So why is it not capture third? No.
Check your right click the game capture source and open up the properties.
That's what I was just on.
Okay.
Now I can capture a specific window.
Yeah, that's what you want. If you drop down that, it should have, there you go. Yeah. That's
Okay,
what
well,
you'll
then
need to
I
do
need to-
whenever you open up a game.
Okay, I need to resize this then.
Yeah.
All right, and you'll notice I'm kind of glitchy because it's when I'm clicked over on this screen, my performance drops on my game. So let me go back over here. Now you can see it's nice and smooth. Can you hear audio? Okay, so I need to add an audio source, audio input capture, and I'm going to put gameplay audio. Device needs to be crap. No. Not this. I need to do audio output capture. Gameplay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I would like my audio to be from my 27-inch monitor. Okay. All right, now let's try it. Anything?
I can't hear anything.
Okay, so why can you not hear my gameplay?
Well, if you look on your OBS audio mixer, there's nothing happening in your gameplay.
Yep. Which means I'm not pulling. Okay, but I don't want to. Now that does make sense because I'm not. Okay, if I do AirPods, but the problem with my AirPods is there'd be an echo from you too, because I'd get all the audio from you as well. So how do I just get the gameplay audio?
I don't know. That might have something to do with us being on Riverside as well, because I have the same setup. I'm looking at my OBS as well, and on my game capture stuff, I have desktop audio, which is global like yours, my gaming voice, and that's all I need. And then whenever I start playing and I'm streaming or recording, it's pulling that audio in, so I don't have to do anything crazy. So this might be a Riverside thing.
Okay.
So if you were to stream from OBS as you have it set up now, then you should be hearing everything. Or if you were to record.
But okay, so if I switch this though to do my headset, for instance, then I would still hear you.
So the way you can test it to see if everything's running the way it needs to is start recording, and that's not going to stream, it's just going to record what you're doing. And the other thing is that you're not active on Diablo 4 right now. Like, you have it displayed on your OBS, but that's not your active window, so that might have something to do with that too. What you can do to see if everything's running the way it needs to is press start recording and then go into your game and then do something that involves sound for like 30 seconds and then tab out of it.
You should still get gameplay, the title screen audio. So like right now I'm getting title screen audio and you're not. So now I know how to fix this. I mean, I need to go to gameplay audio. I need to change it from the monitor to my headphones. See, now you're gonna get gameplay audio.
Click menus or something, things that make sound.
I mean, I see it on my OBS, like it's moving, the dial's moving. So
I want to say I hear it, like it's just ambient noise right now, right?
Yeah.
I want to say I hear it.
Interesting. Okay. Well, hey Chris, while I've got you up here, I tell you what, let's go ahead and wrap up this episode, and then I'm going to show Chris everything else. Anyway, so that's our OBS setup. We are good to go. We're flowing. It looks like on my end, from what I can see from OBS, it looks nice and clean. It looks like it's all working. I don't feel like I've got any frame rate drops. So anyway, this should be exciting. This should be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about this. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of the nerd city here. And I will post it to our socials so that everybody can enjoy this.
And then you can put like a stick figure face for Jay since he's not here.
That's right. Stick figure face for Jay. Jay gets a dunce cap. Figures. All right, so I'm going to stop screen sharing here for a second, and I'm going to jump in. And let's go ahead and wrap up the episode, shall we?
Yeah.
So, sorry it was a long one, y'all. Thanks for sticking it out with us. I thought that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. So, all right, thanks for hanging out with us on today's episode of Gaming Daddies. Don't forget, you can catch the audio version of the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast. And hopefully you did watch us on YouTube, because otherwise this would be a crappy episode to just listen to. And if you want to catch the full video version, head over to youtube.com/@GamingDaddies to actually see what we did today and make fun of us. If you'd like to support the show and help us take it to the next level by buying us new monitors and mics and all the stuff that we can actually use to make our channel better, consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/GamingDaddies. Big shout out to our amazing supporters, Sean Donahue and Clay Taylor. You keep us going, and we couldn't do it without you. Until next time, this has been Gaming Daddies, and we'll see you in the game.
Peace out.